A waiter serves food to a couple at a restaurant and walks away. As soon as the girl takes a bite, she turns to her boyfriend and says, "Vishal, this is really hot." Hearing that, Vishal calls the waiter back and without warning, slaps him hard across the face. He yells, "You serve food so hot here that it burns your customers' mouths?" The waiter, stunned but still calm, says, "Sir, what's the need for violence? The food is freshly made. It'll naturally be a little hot." But Vishal doesn't care. Without listening, he shoves the waiter aside and sits back down. After finishing the food, the couple quietly gets up and starts to leave. The waiter walks up and politely asks for payment. Vishal smirks and says, "Payment? For what?" The waiter replies, "For the food you just ate." Vishal scoffs and says, "And what about her burned mouth? Are you going to pay for that? Now get lost. What are you going to do if I don't pay?" He pushes the waiter again and walks out with his girlfriend, not paying a single cent. The next day, the same couple shows up at the restaurant again. The waiter, still doing his job, brings them their order. This time, after taking a bite, the girl says, "Vishal, this food is so cold." Vishal loses it again and begins yelling at the waiter. The waiter tries to explain calmly, "Sir, if the food's hot, it's a problem. If it's cold, it's still a problem. And on top of that, you don't even pay. What exactly do you expect me to do?" In a rage, Vishal gets up and violently pushes the waiter to the ground, shouting, "Listen, I'm not paying you a single dollar. Do whatever you want." They eat their food completely and walk out again without paying. The next day, the restaurant owner calls the waiter over. "I've been getting complaints about you. They say you're not working properly and you're not even collecting payments from customers." The waiter tries to explain the situation with the rude couple, but the owner doesn't believe a word and tells him to leave the job. Heartbroken, the waiter begins to walk away. Just then, the same couple enters the restaurant again. This time, a different waiter serves them. The girl takes a bite and says, "Vishal, there's a hair in this food." Vishal instantly calls the new waiter over and starts yelling again. Meanwhile, the old waiter walks back to the owner and begs, "Sir, please, just give me one more chance." But the owner ignores him. Back at the table, Vishal is shouting at the new waiter, "Is this how you people serve food? With hair in it?" The owner walks over and starts checking the plate himself, but finds no hair at all. Vishal quickly makes up a lie. "It was there. I already took it out and threw it away." Instead of confronting him, the owner tells the old waiter to apologize to the customer. The old waiter walks up to Vishal, looks him in the eye, and slaps him hard. Everyone goes silent. The owner turns to Vishal and says, "You look like someone from a good family. Yet for just a few bucks, you've been insulting and abusing my staff for days." Then he adds, "Now, hand over the full payment for all your meals, quietly." Vishal's arrogance shatters in an instant. He pays every cent without another word.